So we're going into the final map between Grubby and LiiLD.C. Grubby is spawning on the left hand side, altar first. He is again in red, wishing his opponent a good game, good luck and a lot of fun. And his opponent LiiLD.C on the right hand side, again altar, moonwell and the wisp here, which is heading towards the green camp, and there's going to be the Age of War here. So yeah, standard approach here by him, and we'll see if this time he's going to switch it up to Druids of the Talent perhaps, or if he's gonna go ahead and play Lores for a third time in a row. I mean, after a victory, generally speaking, you don't really have imminent reasons to switch up your play greatly, but then again, you know, maybe the map just requires that of him. BM against Demon Hunter, and we'll see for Grubby. Perhaps, you know, some greedy tech or something like that, perhaps a quick lodge, but most likely just a second burrow right now as he brings all of the lumber back. And yeah, there's a second burrow, so nothing completely unexpected. Both of them scouting, both of them going to find nothing incredibly surprising. Even a second wisp already heading towards, I imagine, this tree maybe. Scout arriving and the heroes are about to spawn. And LiiLD.C, yeah, really on all three maps so far, some very active wisp spread here by the Night Elf player. And once again, it's not even just on the tavern, he's going further across the map to just have a lot of information here granted early on by these wisps. And at the edge, with the aggressive approach, only taking the item, which are the claws of attack +6, and then heading across the map immediately for a Strode Trapper gets killed, and the next one is going to get killed as well. The Blade Master only finishing 2 of the 3 creeps here, and then he has to get going. Out of mana by now, another mana burn should hit him shortly, or actually, yeah, I think the Demon Hunter should be getting in range for the mana burn here, and that's exactly what's happening. So the Edge with a slight XP lead. Grubby not yet started his tech, is going to get there now. And LiiLD.C a little bit ahead, getting the third moonwell quite quickly here, wants to have it working during the night. Grubby with the heal salve with a 1 speed scroll so far, and he's gonna finish the Trapper here. Yeah, needs to make sure not to tank with the Blade Master to not get his salve cancelled. Does so successfully. DH gets first access to the shop. Let's see, dust bought for him. Is he actually waiting until 19 o'clock? I guess he probably doesn't have anything else to do at the moment, so he's just gonna do that. And he's going to be the one getting the Boots of Speed. But Grubby is going to be the one getting to level 2 at first. It looks like he's even buying away probably the Berserker. Yeah, the Shadow Priest is such an easy target. The Berserker eventually loses value greatly as well once the first ensnare is out, and medium damage of the grunts, the normal damage of the grunts against the medium armor usually makes this Berserker a unit that isn't exactly the most cost efficient to trade with in the orc, against the orc in the late game. Yeah, for the time being, the grunt is just sitting here, is trying to protect the burrow, and upon seeing that the Demon Hunter doesn't even try to go for it, he's just falling back into his own base. Demon Hunter is a little bit under-leveled, perhaps. I mean, only on level 1 against the Blade Master, who is level 2.5 and who picked up another item here, which is the Circlet. Yeah, against that one, well, I don't really see the Demon Hunter being able to threaten Grubby's tier 2 tech too greatly. Speaking of tier 2 tech, LiiLD.C is about to finish. Grubby is getting access to the shop now for the first time. Is he buying the boots here as well? Yes, he is. and buys the dust. And LiiLD.C decides to not stay on level 1 here forever, gets level 2, gets a Tome of Knowledge. Grubby is waiting at the tavern, getting rid of the Wisp, and that is going to delay the Beastmaster a great deal here. By the way, no Hunter Soul this time, and we do see one Ancient of Wind thus far. I'm not really... Is there space? No, I think there's no space back here, so he's gonna have to get that second Ancient of Wind built somewhere else. But for the time being, I guess Grubby is not gonna wanna let that happen. Now LiiLD.C reaches the tavern, doesn't have the gold currently to get a second hero from there, but he's gonna be up at 425 soon, which is now he's getting the Beastmaster immediately. But he's heading towards the right hand side. He's forced to go back and defend here. His base is also not walled off, as you can see. Therefore the Blade Master, he could have gone in, but he doesn't have any more mana at the moment, so that would have definitely cost him a town portal. In the meantime, no second hero for Grubby yet, who would have the gold, the lumber now to get one. The tier 2 buildings were his first priority, and he's actually giving some breathing space to LiiLD.C here. Blocking with the peons. Having one grunt around, the other 3 coming across the middle. Blade Masters coming around the top. Yeah, the one grunt is taking a huge lot of damage here. That's why he got that Berserker early on. He's even getting a second one, so he really wants to make this push working here with the 2 Berserkers. Blade Masters coming in, dealing 1 hit against the Dryad, and now the TC second is being produced. First Raiders coming, first Walker not coming yet. And the first archer, or the one archer, almost dead. He decides to use the Staff of Preservation to save that unit, the least valuable of all of his units. But then again, if the Blade Master doesn't get in range of the shop, then he's still going to be in trouble. Then again, of course, LiiLD.C was able to pass the staff onto his Beastmaster and staff a second unit with it. The Demon Hunter needs to make sure not to get surrounded here. Aura first skilled by the TC. The Blade Master is safely ran away. And yeah, Grubby seems to really not struggle all too much against this aggression here by LiiLD.C. He's taken all 3 of the ranged units down to pretty low HP, and TC is out, the first Raider is out. He hasn't lost anything really in return. First Block is coming, and Snare is coming. Blade Master at the shop was able to get the first heal scroll and the first Inmul potion, extremely important for this stage of the game. This completely takes the steam out of the aggression of LiiLD.C, who has added a second Ancient of Wind by now. He is tier 3 already, but he doesn't even have his adept training finished, so Master is gonna be off for a while still. And what is Grubby going to do with the map control that is given to him at this stage of the game, even more so than in a regular Night Elf versus Orc here on Echo Eyes, without the delayed talents due to double Force Throw Berserker, which so far didn't end up helping him at all. But he still can use them to try and creep a lot more quickly than he usually would be able to do. The heal scroll has been passed to the TC, who continues creeping here in the middle, finds a big heal potion. The Blade Master is trying to do his best harassment here, but he really cannot do all too much currently, so at least the Force Throw Berserkers are providing some protection here for LiiLD.C whilst his mid-game creeping endeavors. But then again, if Grubby is coming in with his entire army, I guess these guys, where are they? These guys aren't going to be able to do all too much, and he's actually, yeah, coming in right now. Does he really commit already? He might be able to do so. Master upgrade is still a little while off, so I think he could have perhaps fought there and then used the town portal once the Master finishes, after sniping out plenty of units. The damage output of LiiLD.C is really not too insanely great yet. For some reason there's a snare cheap here. Not really sure what happened there. I mean, yeah, Grubby can ensnare it for the vision, but yeah, that might be what happened there. Not quite sure when he had a Raider there to ensnare though. But yeah, second heal score also going to Grubby, and that is just a big problem of Echo Eyes often for the Night Elves. For the time being, in this stage of the match, the Orc will always have the map control, and he will always get the heal scrolls. At least in the beginning, Talisman of Evasion dropping here, Blade Master Cyclone, but he gets the last hit first. And as you can see, there's no way in hell that LiiLD.C wants to take a fight just yet without the Tinker, without the without at least one heal scroll. But that also means that the TC can continue creeping here. The Blade Master maybe should stay the hell away from there. Maybe just make sure not or to basically confirm that there's no creep check coming from the top, and that's exactly what he's doing, whereas the TC is gonna get all of the XP from this creep camp here. And the PN, nicely done by Grubby, really realizes that a weakness right now, as he was out of position, could be a potential counter push against his burrows, and he sees exactly what's happening here, and he knows exactly that the threat potentially is on. But LiiLD.C, upon being seen, decides not to go for the big push, but go to the shop instead. Looks like Grubby is gonna go there again. Let's see, is he buying the next heal scroll? Not buying anything here. Just going for the big attack. Maybe nothing's available yet. And yeah, the shop has fallen. One of the Angels of Wind is gonna fall. 48 supply for Grubby. He saved up 1,300 gold already. Townpaul is now coming in. And is he gonna take that fight already? Shockwave is coming in, and Townpaul used by Grubby, who... Well, let me put it this way. He had no reason to not TP out here. There is no disadvantage in just TPing out and using his resources. Perhaps expand behind this. Heal up, you know, get more mana, and then continue dominating the map. I think he's gonna have to go into upkeep eventually though. LiiLD.C is at 50 supply already, and if he gets to the shop first now, which is the case, then he could maybe slowly shape up for an upcoming fight. Blade Master of Grubby here, I don't think he got anything. He didn't use any of his scrolls or the invul. So it's LiiLD.C who got an invul and the heal scroll, and who still has a lot of low HP talents. And yeah, Grubby has now broken into low upkeep. Another walker is out here, another 2 walkers are coming, another 2 raiders are coming. So yeah, he's preparing for a big army. Is he getting another burrow? Yes, he is. So he's gonna be at 65-ish supply soon against LiiLD.C, who's still going to be sitting at 50 probably. Who's gonna have to rebuild his buildings at first, who's gonna have to you know, get a new TP eventually before he moves out. And Grubby is continuing dominating the map here. Takes one of the 2 big corner camps, the one of LiiLD.C, so he's not gonna get away with that one. And another PN placed here, and this is a PN well sacrificed for the greater cause. See what's gonna drop here. Agility Tome and Boots of Speed, as it appears. Surprisingly doesn't heal the raider. No, he does heal the raider, and he's charging towards the top again, expecting LiiLD.C to perhaps march out of his base again, but LiiLD.C doesn't dare doing so. 67 supply for Grubby. The Blade Master is being attacked here because he's scouted by the Hawk. Again, still only 50 for LiiLD.C, so Grubby is ahead by almost 20 supply. No, this is a raider. There's the PN. Okay, he's gonna follow this up with an expansion, and rightfully so, if he doesn't feel like committing against the Night Elf base, which he maybe would have even able to do. Then expanding is basically the only choice he's got. You know, the map is almost crapped entirely. This one is the only... Is it the only camp left? At least it's the only big camp left. This one is also remaining. Okay, so 2 camps remaining, both on Grubby's side. He's got 3.5 and 3.75-ish TC. And he's gonna continue solo creeping that one. To just continue scouting with the Blade Master. Getting to the shop again. Inward potion. Yep, new inward potion. He passed one to the TC. And LiiLD.C, yeah, with a new Townpaul, he dares going out again. He's kept Talisman of Evasion on his Beastmaster. He's broken into low upkeep right now as well. 55 supply for him. First Fairy Dragon is out as well. Second Fairy Dragon is coming as well as another Talon. And the Bat Rider here, did he see the army already? Yeah, he definitely knows what's coming here. Does he have a Town Portal? On the Blade Master, he has one. There is a Talisman Variation for Grubby as well, whose TC has reached level 4 right now, but the Blade Master is pretty much out of position, so it's gonna be a little while until he can react to this attack. I guess this Burrow might be falling here before Grubby can really do anything about it. Blade Master is coming in from the top, and he actually didn't expand, by the way. He's actually town polling right now using the Spirit Link. The Bad Rider is exploding against the Fairy Dragon, getting rid of the Mana Flare, and after the Shockwave hits, Town Portals are exchanged. Plenty of these talents are on low HP. Luckily for LiiLD.C, he hardly used any Fairy Fire there, and his talents were just sitting in the back of his base for quite a long time, so he didn't have to really use too much Moon Juice for the mana. And yet the entire Moonverse are empty just for healing up those talents, or almost all of them. 2 do have some Moon Juice remaining. 3 Fairy Dragons out already for LiiLD.C. 57 supplies still for him, but I mean, Grubby's army isn't really gonna shrink anything, or at all as well. Ring of Protection sold. I'm a bit surprised that he didn't get a mana potion yet. Perhaps he's gonna creep this and then use his salves, and then, you know, there's not gonna be anything left to creep on the map, and then he can gear up, get some mana. Another heal scroll bought in the meantime by Grubby. He doesn't even have a new town portal. He's got 4 heal scrolls. And LiiLD.C doesn't have a single heal scroll. A little bit reminiscent of the game that Grubby played against Hot in the playoff match of the previous season on Echo Ars, where Grubby also had the map control, and he really basically, there's the expansion by the way, Grubby really basically overcommitted onto buying heal scrolls when he had the map control. He bought like all the heal scrolls all the time, and Hot was just sitting in his own base for like 15 minutes and gathered up like 70-ish supply of pure talents, and then he won a fight with even supply numbers against Grubby. And level 5 TC thanks to a Dispel on what I imagine was a Quill Beast. So yeah, here's the mana potion on the TC. He's got the big heal potion as well, which I'm not a big fan of in this matchup, because, you know, once the TC gets focused down, then everything else has died previously already anyway. You really need to ensnare the Demon Hunter here. He decides not to do so. He goes for the Invul Potion. Nice dodge here by LiiLD.C, costing him plenty of mana, but yeah, given that he's got a lot of mana to work with here, probably still worth it. TC's got another Shockwave here, doing very good with that. 1 heal scroll is on the Demon Hunter right now. Only that one. Demon Hunter is very far off position. Blade Master charging forward against the Tinker. The mana flare form is being used and is doing a decent job against the Walkers. It's being as good positioned as it gets, but the level 5 TC is just wrecking through those talents. 64 supplies still remaining for Grubby, 45 for LiiLD.C, and the TC is at least out of mana for the time being, but all of the talents are pretty low. Grubby is taking quite a bit of damage onto these Walkers as well, who have used some of their spells. Another heal scroll used here by Grubby. He's got 1 more to work with on his TC. The Demon Hunter isn't even being targeted. Grubby is just ignoring him for the moment. I guess it's heal scroll time soon with the TC here marching onto something. Yeah, heal scroll has been used already, and yeah, once the dust settles here, we do have a Demon Hunter remaining and 3 Fairy Dragons. Tinker has fallen in the meantime. The Beastmaster is at home, and the Demon Hunter is gonna fall as well. And this talent's gonna fall as well, but I guess GG and no, actually it still falls. Yeah, GG and LiiLD.C basically giving up is what happens prior to that. So Grubby with beginning this game with some superior creeping, getting his tier 2 buildings done safely, even though his TC was a little bit late, and then he just made very good use of the map control that he gains in the mid game, and made use of the fact that there's only 1 shop, and he got all of the items for most of the time, and every time LiiLD.C walked out of his base he got punished. And yeah, Grubby ended up getting ahead very far in both supply and items, and got pretty well leveled heroes. I mean, a level 5 TC is not really to be underestimated, especially if you only have one heal scroll to work with in your fight. And all in all, I guess this shows why LiiLD.C perhaps didn't go for talents on the previous maps, because I've said it in the intro of the entire season as well, like LiiLD.C against Grubby was a match that happened a lot at around the time this game was played, and LiiLD.C really struggled, generally speaking, to beat Grubby. And yeah, this match clearly showed Grubby's superiority. So Grubby is yeah, two best of threes in. He's got 6 points against 2 quite formidable players. But then again, I mean, in this group there aren't really any weak links, so to speak. But Grubby is looking in good shape thus far. We're gonna have another match on playday number 2 here in Group C, which is going to feature the last player joining the tournament for good, which is going to be Rob, the Russian, and he's gonna face Fire, the German, in a orc versus human matchup. So as always, give thumbs up and comment, and I'll see you next time. Bye.